Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This video is for AP World Skyline High School 2019-2020. I've been getting some questions about the AP exam and some of the adjustments they're making for this year in 2020. I shared with you guys a link to this particular page right here, the AP exam schedule for 2020. You should know, first of all, that our exam, AP World History Modern, is scheduled for Thursday, May 21st. It's scheduled for May 21st at noon. So, test date and time, 12 p.m., May 21st. So, you should know, first of all, we still have like a month and a half to go before the exam actually takes place. So, just know in terms of that, we still have quite a while to go. So, that being said, I've finished up videos for Unit 9, and we have the next week and a half or so to go before your Unit 9 discussion is done. Finish that up before we get back to this review. But anyway, exam timing, you should know that students are going to be given 45 minutes to read 5 documents and to respond to a question. There's only going to be one. And then you'll have 5 minutes to upload your response. So there's one question, 45 minutes is what you get, and then 5 minutes to upload. And it's going to be 100% of your AP exam score. It's going to be a document-based question. There's going to be, again, 5 documents. The question presents students with 5 historical sources, at least one of which is not going to be a text-based source. It'll probably be a picture or a graph or a map or something like that. The question is going to assess your ability to contextualize, make an argument, a thesis that establishes a line of reasoning, support the argument in response to the prompt, at least using 4 documents of those that are provided, and 2 additional pieces of historical evidence beyond that that's found inside the documents relevant to an argument about the prompt. For at least 2 of the documents, you need to do document analysis that I've taught you how to do in my class, and you need to use evidence to corroborate or qualify or modify the argument that addresses the prompt. So the modified DBQ is going to be based on information from units 1 through 6 of AP World, and it's going to use 5 documents this year instead of 7 to deal with the changes that they're putting into place. An additional point is going to be awarded for effectively incorporating additional evidence, and there you go. That's kind of the information. Bill Strickland has put together this document that I shared with you guys on the Canvas page. It's a little brief comparison of the DBQ rubric from 2019 that we've been using before to the one that they're going to use this year. And you should know there's not really a ton of differences. If you know how to do a DBQ, which you should because I taught you how to do this all year, you should know how to do what it is that we're going to be required to do for 2020. So first of all, you're going to start out your essay with context. There's no change here. This is going to be exactly the same as the way that we've been doing it all year. And the same thing is true with your thesis that you will create. There's no change. It needs to respond to the prompt with a historically defensible thesis that you can prove using evidence, and you need to establish a line of reasoning. Again, like I've shown you how to do all year. Next, you're going to get up to 5 pieces, 5 points for using evidence to prove the argument that you have made in your thesis. So for the evidence from the docs, you can score potentially up to 3 points. And then for evidence beyond the docs, you can score a possible of 2 points. So you need at least 2 additional sentences that include evidence that are going to show that you know information that's beyond what's just in the sources. Next up, for analysis and reasoning, You need to demonstrate how or why the document author's point of view, historical situation, purpose, and or audience is relevant to the argument that you make. You need to do that twice instead of the 3 times that we were being required to do before. And of course, the complexity and reasoning point is exactly the same as it was before also. So instead of having a total of 7 possible points, this year's AP exam is going to be entirely based upon 10 points that are going to be derived from this DBQ essay that you write. So this is going to be open book. It's going to be open note. It's going to be, open to the curriculum. So if you've been in my class this entire year, you have probably a pretty ridiculous advantage over most students because we've been putting our essays online all year long. You know how to cite your sources at this point, and you're just going to cite your sources like you would in one of our normal discussions or one of our normal, discussions that we have on our Canvas page. I'll include more information about this later, but this short video for you today is just to try to introduce you to what it is that we're going to be covering. And so in between now and May 21st, we are going to review, we're going to be covering the information that's from units 1 through 6. And I might suggest that at some point in between now and May 21st that you try to go through the Quizlets that I put together for unit 1 through 6. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next video.